Relax now. Take a deep breath in and let it softly out. Feel your shoulders ease, your body sinking into warmth. The world outside is quiet, and you are safe here. Wrapped in a hush of comfort and gentle light, imagine the air is smooth and cool around you, like a gentle breeze, stirring sleepy thoughts. Let the softness of my words drift like the rustling of autumn leaves across a moonlit cobblestone street. Breathe in slowly, and as you breathe out, feel your eyes grow a little heavier, your hands and feet becoming light and restful. Our story today begins long ago, in a sleepy village beneath an ancient moon. Picture that village square at night. Cobblestone paths dappled in silvery light, thatched roofs glowing faintly, and the faint scent of bread and meadow flowers drifting in the gentle breeze. The world is quiet there, and as you draw closer, can you hear the gentle plucking of a wooden harp? That's where we will set sail tonight, into the comforting sound of one lone traveler, a wandering minstrel who soothes the village with gentle tunes and whispered tales as the stars shine above. The village itself is small, the kind where everyone knows one another by name. Narrow paths wind between wooden cottages, with little candlelight glowing behind their windows. Soft plumes of hearth smoke rise into the crisp air like sleepy sighs. As you listen to my voice, you can feel the rhythm of the harp, like raindrops on a rooftop, or the sound of a sleepy forest at dusk. And in the center of the village square, there sits a kind soul, his hands delicate yet sure as they move across fine strings. His voice is warm and hushed, hardly louder than a breath of wind, as he tells tales that are meant to soothe. Some say that long ago, in the 13th century, melodies like these were thought to hold gentle magic. Farmers returning from long days in the fields would pause to listen. Mothers rocking babies would hum the same tunes. Even the village animals, sleepy cats and gentle oxen, would slow their breaths, at ease in the music's embrace. And tonight is like those nights of old, every note stirring only enough to send a gentle breeze across your thoughts, before they settle into softness once more. Now, my dear listener, let your imagination float. Picture yourself stepping into this scene as one of the sleepy villagers. You wear a woolen cloak, warm and cozy, and your feet feel steady on the well-trodden cobblestone. The crisp night air smells faintly of dried lavender and distant apple orchards. You see the minstrel, a traveler whose face is shadowed by his broad hat, but whose hands shimmer in the moonlight as they touch the harp. There is a quiet sweetness in every tone that falls, like scattered stardust, into the village square. And as you listen, the world slows. The stars above seem to listen too, as if leaning closer to hear his whispered tale. He tells of a gentle forest that once surrounded this village, its branches so dense that sunlight hardly touched the ground. Birds built their nests there, and deer moved like phantoms between trunks as old as time. The villagers, he says, in a voice like a sigh, would sometimes wander into this forest with lanterns and small baskets to gather mushrooms and berries, careful to leave offerings of bread or honey behind. For they believed spirits of the forest listened and smiled on those who gave with kind hearts. And as you imagine that forest, can you feel its softness? The hush beneath the dark green canopy, the scent of moss and rain-soaked earth. Let your hands grow lighter with every breath you take. The minstrel smiles as he continues his gentle song, his words weaving into the gentle tapping of his fingers against the wooden harp. It's said that, long ago, traveling minstrels like him brought more than stories. They carried messages of peace from one village to the next, their melodies a bridge between distant places. And tonight, his music seems to pass gently into you. A message only for you, telling you to let go of the day, to feel yourself ease into the safety of this sleepy, timeless world. There is a small fire in the center of the square, where embers crackle softly. Its gentle light dances on the old stones as sleepy figures settle around it. A village baker who has spent the day shaping loaves, a weaver with hands scented faintly of wool and lavender, a sleepy shepherd whose cloak is dusted with bits of hay, and the minstrel plays on. Each breath you take matches the rhythm of his gentle plucking. Inhale slowly as his hands draw a glowing tone from one string, and exhale warmly as the melody fades into a sleepy hush. Do you notice how every sound seems to slow? Every thought seems softer. The cobblestones are glowing silver blue under the moon. The distant hills hold their shapes like gentle waves. And you are here, wrapped in quiet light. The traveler begins a new story, his voice delicate as morning mist. He tells of a long-ago princess who loved to listen to these lullabies at dusk, leaning out of her window as the skies filled with the gentle light of countless stars. Nightingales would answer with their own sleepy trills, and the princess would smile and close her eyes, carried away on soft sound and sweetness. And as you imagine this, let your face relax, your brow smooth, your hands feel warm and still, resting like folded wings. The minstrel's song drifts again, this time telling of a knight who searched for a very special kind of treasure, not gold nor jewels, but a melody so calming that even the restless wind would grow drowsy to hear it. Night after night, under distant moons, and across countless hills, the night followed gentle whispers in the air. Until one star-filled evening, his quest led him to this very village, where he found a single wandering minstrel and a wooden harp that shimmered with its own sleepy light. And in hearing this tale, you feel something special too, as if those sleepy, gentle tones could hold every worry and smooth them away into the hush of the night above you. The night deepens, and the stars begin to twinkle with sleepy softness. Imagine that tiny, silver shimmer, how it glides across the velvet sky like a feather. And as your breath deepens, picture the sleepy hills gently cradling the village. Even the grass and the tiny forest flowers seem to bow their heads as the harp's lullaby sways them. And you feel so light, so restful. Your thoughts trail like the silken threads of a dream as you nestle deeper into this sleepy world. Listen again to the gentle melody that the minstrel is playing. It's as though each note is a warm whisper telling you, you are safe. You can rest. You can let go. And as the village slowly slips into a deeper hush, you may feel yourself begin to drift too. The minstrel, sensing the calm settling over the village square, leans ever so slightly closer to his harp. His hands move like water, slow and smooth, gliding across the strings as they release tiny silver notes that seem to shimmer in the dark like fireflies. The village holds its breath, and so do you, not from tension, but in a hushed anticipation, feeling the gentle rhythm soothe your soul. And he begins to speak once more, his voice so delicate that it hardly breaks the sleepy silence surrounding him. He tells of a gentle healer who once lived in this village long ago. By day, she gathered healing herbs in a small garden and brewed teas so fragrant that passers-by felt their hearts lighten just to smell them. By night, she sat by a window humming a tune much like this one, a lullaby that, according to village tradition, could guide even the most restless spirit into gentle sleep. As you listen, imagine the scent of dried lavender and chamomile drifting in the breeze. Your hands and feet grow heavy and warm as you picture her hands gently stirring the tea, humming softly. And your thoughts feel lighter too, as if they re-floating like tiny petals across a still, glassy lake. Some say that once, a tired traveler stopped at her door, too weary to speak. Without a word, she offered him a seat by a small fire and played a few sleepy notes on a wooden lute she kept beside her chair. And as those gentle sounds glided into the night, his eyes began to close, his breath slowing to match the rhythm of the flame as it danced across the hearth. And tonight here in this village square, so far away in time you can almost feel that same sleepy magic, a warmth that settles into your chest like a well-wrapped quilt, a softness that invites every tense thought to unfurl and fade into mist. The minstrel song slows even more now, drawing long, graceful tones that hover in the cool night air before melting into hush. You can feel the gentle weight of the world outside, yet here, wrapped in this melody, all is at peace. And as you listen, imagine gentle hands guiding you, hands as kind as the healer's, tucking you into softness, encouraging you to let go of the day entirely. Your heartbeat matches the rhythm of these sleepy tunes. Your breath deepens like a slow tide, pulling softly at a quiet shore. And so the minstrel begins to speak again, so gently that his words feel like part of the melody. He tells of the village animals, to each one peacefully tucked into its bed for the night. The plump orange cat, curled by the hearth, a tiny sound like a sleepy purr. The sheep in their low wooden pen, huddled together in a softness of fleece and fading dreams. And the horses in the stable, their gentle breaths stirring the straw as they sink into slumber. And all the while, the village seems to hum along with the harp, a breathless harmony that reminds every soul, human or otherwise, to rest.